Hi guys, Jadie here. I'm back with another tutorial for you today. And we are tackling the little black dress of makeup, the smoky eye. There are 1,000 different ways to do a smoky eye, but this is my personal favorite. Let's get started. So to start things off, we're going to prime our eyes. My personal favorite primer is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the shade Eden. It's a little bit lighter than my natural skin color, so it just brightens up my eyes. We're going to take the primer all the way from our eyebrow down to our lash line. Primer is really important because it gives your eyeshadow a base to stick to, and it evens out any sort of like uneven skin tone or if you can see your veins on your eyelids. And to blend this in, I'm just using kind of a pointed, it's kind of dense, it's not too fluffy though, so it just blends it in without pushing around the product too much. There have been times where I've come home from competitions late at night and I know it's kind of gross, but just haven't wanted to wash off my eye makeup, and I will wake up the next morning and it looks like my eye makeup just hasn't even been touched and it was like freshly done. It's amazing. It's worth it if you're going to be at a competition all day and sweaty and everything. It'll really just make your eyeshadow pop and make it last all day. All right, so now that we have our eyes all primed, we're going to go in with our first eyeshadow shade. First, we're going to go in with kind of a medium gray shade before we go in with the dark black. This will give it a more seamless transition from our skin color to the black. It just kind of blends everything all together. So to do that, we're going to take just a large fluffy brush that'll make everything look really diffused. So we're just going to take that from the outer corner about a little more than halfway in to the crease. And remember, it's always easier to go in with less eyeshadow at first and then slowly build it up than it is to just throw a ton on there and then try to blend it out. So just nice and easy, layer it on, the end product will look a lot better. And then with that same medium gray shade, we're going to kind of pull it in halfway on our lid. You don't have to worry about this part being too precise or too perfect because we're going to go over with silver on the inside and a little bit of black on the outside. So just make sure you've got a good wash of color over half of your eye. Alright, so once we have all of our harsh edges blended out, we're going to go in with a silver cream eyeshadow. I like to use cream eyeshadows when they're super shimmery like this. I just feel like they stick a little bit better and they stay more vibrant throughout the day. And I found that the best way to apply this certain kind is with my finger. I just can't get any brush to work with it, so I just use my finger and it works great. So we're just going to take that on the inner third of our eye. You're going to pack it really tight on the inside and kind of slowly drag it on the way out so it kind of makes a gradient from silver to gray. Now we are going to go in with black, which can be kind of scary, but if you just take it slow and layer it and slowly blend, it'll be okay, I promise. We are going to take totally black matte shade and a pointed crease brush that's a little bit dense so it really deposits the color exactly where you want it, but has a little bit of movement so it'll still blend it out nicely. Really important thing when you're working with dark eyeshadows like black is to tap off the excess off your brush before you go into your eye. We're trying to look like cheerleaders, not like football players. And we're just going to take this on the outer corner of our eye, up into the crease a little bit, and kind of making a V shape, connecting down to the outer corner of our eye. And this step is going to be the most time consuming of the entire process. It's so much better to really take your time and just go little by little, adding more and more, instead of trying to go a little bit faster and getting it in the wrong spot and then having to backtrack. So really take your time and just go slow. And when you're doing the black in your outer corner, just follow the natural shape of your crease and where it goes. All right, now once you have the black everywhere that you want it, we're gonna go back in with that gray shade to make sure that everything blends really seamlessly and there's no super sharp, hard edges on anything. Now that we've finished up with the shadow, we're gonna go in with liner. I'm gonna start out with my favorite liquid liner. Super dark, super black, and the tip is super, super skinny, so you can make a really precise line. So we're just gonna take that from the inside to the outside, nothing crazy, just a regular old line. Then once we have our basic line down with the liquid, while it's still wet, we're gonna go in with a pencil brush it's pretty stiff, so it deposits color really precisely. We're gonna go into the black shadow and just kind of blend all over it and give it that smoky look. And as we're kind of blending that liquid liner out, pull it up and into your crease so it looks like one continuous line from your liner up into the black eyeshadow. And you can see the difference between these two eyes. This one has the diffused liner, which kind of opens your eye up, and pulling the liner up into the crease really pulls the eye up and back. Now we're gonna go in and add just a little bit of definition underneath the eyes. For me, in the way that my eyes are shaped and set on my face, I feel like if I put too much, too many dark colors and things like that, it really just kind of drags it down, it makes my eyes look droopy, it makes me look sad. So I like to keep it pretty minimal, but just add a little bit of definition so it looks like my eye is complete and not just half an eye melting into my face. So first I'm gonna go in with the medium gray shade that we used. And that's gonna go from the outer corner about a third of the way in. Enough definition for me, so now we're gonna go into mascara. When I put on mascara, I like to really roll the brush out and away from my eyelashes, so you use up all of the product that's on the entire brush, not just on one side of it. And blink really slowly so you get in between each little individual eyelash and they're really separated. I don't think I'm gonna put mascara underneath my eyes. I feel like I've got enough going on under there that it's great, and we're gonna leave it at that. So this is the completed eye look. So now our little black dress eye is complete. There's a lot of different things you can do with this look. You can change up the lid color and keep the black crease. You can go lighter, darker. There's lots of different things that you can do. And to finish it off, you can add a lip. All right, so that's it for this tutorial. If you guys have any questions or anything that you would like to try, leave us a comment down below and I'll make a tutorial just for you.